So ultimately, he used the excuse of being out today as well. That's why I'm thinking of a different strategy for tomorrow. Jigi, who was sitting next to me, nibbled at an apple as usual, and let out a voice that seemed completely disinterested. But he is, keeping you company while you vent. I'm sure he wasn't actually interested, but I was still glad that he didn't walk away and at least gave me a nod. Well, maybe it's because I'm at Jigi's favorite resting place. Since the day Jigi told me about his past, I have been going to Minister Orta's mansion during the day and coming to the courtyard in the evening to complain. That's amazing. Naturally, he's not someone who will gently comfort me just because I complained. However, I gradually began to feel comfortable with him, partly because he had seen me in a pathetic way, and partly because of the ease of being the same age as him. When I'm with Jigi, I feel like I can be myself. How interesting. Though it must be a nuisance to Jigi to have me bothering him during his break. The only place I could talk about my true feelings was here, now that I can't tell Esta what I really want. If I didn't have a place to vent my feelings, my heart would have been broken long ago. But that's for my own convenience. Sorry.
For what?
I'm just complaining here.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah! You should complain too.
You're so short-sighted and stupid. I can't even bring myself to call you stupid.
You just did.
Well, it's idiots like you that make the world go round, isn't it? In that sense, you're an amazing person.
I feel like you're really making fun of me.
Because I'm really making fun of you.
That's awful!
But that's fine, isn't it? If everyone in the world was as cold as I am, we'd be too busy keeping each other in check and nothing would get done. It's because there are selves like you who are stupidly honest enough to go charging through the main gate of a mansion that others can't stand to watch and have to move.
Are you trying to comfort me?
You're quite dull. It's just a conversation about inequality.
Inequality?
It's just like how there are men and women. Someone's gotta be on the receiving end of being thrust upon. If not, nothing will develop.
That's vulgar.
If you want to talk classy, go talk to some of the aristocrats around here.
This guy. He's so crass. Jigi leans his back against the tree trunk behind him and stretches out. I turned my head to the side with my eyes, and my gaze was suddenly caught by Jigi's hair, which was transparent in the setting sun. His skin, shaded by his hair, was so smooth and white that I envied him. His skin is definitely more beautiful than mine. No matter how vulgar the conversation is, Jigi is beautiful. Naala will forgive a lot if you are beautiful. Considering his upbringing, he should have been a bit rougher around the edges, but strangely enough, he didn't feel that rough. She just comes right on out and asks him, like, why are you so beautiful? What's up with that? Jigi, why are you so beautiful?
Huh?
I envy you. If only I had been born that beautiful, I might have been more graceful.
Nah. No matter what you were born looking like, I think you'd still have the personality of a wild boar.
Can we get off animals at least?
And there's no way I'm beautiful or anything like that.
Huh?
What?
Are you joking or being sarcastic?
It's disgusting when someone calls themselves beautiful.
Your superiors seem fine.
It's okay because that man is special.
Well, yeah. He is pretty special. Anyway, you're beautiful. It's a shame that he doesn't know how beautiful he is. In half desperation, I leaned closer toward Jigi. Jigi, whether embarrassed or angry, opens and closes his thinly opened mouth several times. And finally, he suddenly turned away.
You're just messing with me.
I'm not. Because, you see, your skin is so smooth, and your hair and eyes are the color of jewels, and they sparkle. I'm actually jealous.
Yeah, I get it. So don't look at me that close. I'll take your money.
Well, a good-looking guy like you might be able to make some money, but I don't really recommend that business. Your income will decrease year by year, right?
Dang.
What?
I really do hate you.
Yeah, I know. So, you want me to go somewhere else? I wonder if she maybe touched upon a sensitive subject, considering he was sold as, you know, a slave as a kid. He might have been sold for his beauty, and then who knows what that aristocrat did to him. We didn't get details, but I'm like, you know, it could have been a potential sensitive subject there, Naala. I don't know if we'll actually get into any more particulars as this goes, but I wonder.
No. Oh.
There's no need to sigh like that. Even though he's always saying that he hates me, Jiggy stays by my side. If I'm odd, then so is he. He may seem cold and weird, but he's spending his time with a person who says, I hate you. On the other hand, there are times when he suddenly goes somewhere on a cat-like whim. Hey.
What is it this time?
You're a pretty funny guy. It was an honest impression, but it seems that Jiggy thought he was being made fun of. After making a blatantly disgusted face, he slowly reached out his hand. One moment I was bracing myself for him messing up my hair again, and the next... What the hell? He suddenly pinched my nose and squealed like a pig. It didn't hurt, but having one of my respiratory organs closed off made it hard to breathe. As I was flustering, Jiggy's face came closer and he spoke expressionlessly.
Not as funny as you.
I'm not making fun of you.
Then what is it?
I just thought you're funny.
What is?
Everything. When I'm with you, it's fun not knowing what's going to happen next.
So odd.
I feel relieved and disappointed that Jiggy's hand is gone. When I rubbed my nose in a strange mood, Jiggy sighed in exasperation and closed his eyes. I wonder if he's going to sleep. If so, it would be noisy to talk. I thought about going back to my room, but I felt like it would be a shame to leave when Jiggy was here. The irony that I want to be with him, despite him only making fun of me, is not lost on me. It's probably because I'm tired. When I put my back on the tree trunk, I suddenly fell asleep. Dang. I close my eyes in relief, at a distance that barely touches Jiggy's shoulder.
Hey.
After a while, I was spoken to again in an amazed voice. But once I gave into the sleepiness, it took a hold on me and I could barely speak.
Sows can't sleep here.
You're worried about me after all.
Don't get full of yourself. I'll roast you like a whole pig and eat you.
Not to brag, but I wouldn't taste good.
Hey, no sleeping!
You can just leave me here. I can just stay here.
You don't think I'm gonna kill you?
You won't. I'm okay with you. That was all I could say. My consciousness begins to shift back and forth between dream and reality, wrapped in a pleasant drowsiness. And then, just as I was about to fall completely asleep...
I'm going to eat you, you idiot. Oh my god.
I felt something soft touch my lips. But my eyelids were too heavy to see what it was, and I finally sank into the abyss of sleep. I cannot believe! So bold, so brash. Well, it does fit his personality, though. I slept well.
Yeah? Well, I couldn't sleep because of you.
I was half asleep, but suddenly I woke up when I heard a voice from the side. When I looked around, the area was already wrapped in darkness and I could see the stars in the sky. In other words, it's night. I'm sorry. Did you wait for me to wake up?
Mr. Esta would be angry with me if I left you behind.
It was an excuse, but I really didn't expect Jiggy to wait for me to wake up. I thought he'd punch me awake, or really would just leave me there. I'm really sorry. I looked down in disappointment at the trouble I've caused. Then, as usual, a hand was placed on my head and my hair was ruffled. Look at this sweet face! Aw, I like that expression. That's a good one.
Just kidding, idiot.
What?
I was asleep too, so don't make that face. You'll look even more like a pig.
I told you, I'm not that fat.
Oh, have you lost some weight thanks to going to the minister's mansion? Come on, I'll measure it for you.
I said no! Oh, no!
Don't make strange sounds. It sounds like I'm grabbing areas other than your belly.
Having my belly grabbed is the most humiliating.
It's fine. I'll just grab it again if you get bloated.
No, thank you. Oh, and that's why... Oh, stop grabbing at me! Perhaps satisfied after rubbing my fat for a while. Jiggy let out a small sigh and stood up. What is it with you and her tummy? Oh my goodness. He rolled his shoulders around and seemed to be relaxing his body in preparation for something.
You know, maybe you shouldn't go to the minister's mansion tomorrow. Or rather, don't go.
What? It's not like he'd ever supported my going, and I'd never been reprimanded or ordered, so I felt strange about the sudden order. I have to go. I have to win my bet with Noel.
Mr. Esta would be sad if you were attacked on the street and died.
Oh, he already knows about the assassins. I see. I see. Interesting. When we first met, you said you didn't care either way. Unusually, he didn't respond with sarcasm or swearing. Jiggy ignored my question and began to walk away. It was common for him to suddenly disappear, but tonight's silence made me feel a little uneasy. Hey, where are you going?
Work.
Perhaps hearing my footsteps chasing after him, Jiggy's footsteps stop. I stopped a step away and wondered for a few seconds how to ask the question. Perhaps Jiggy's work also includes things that cannot be said out loud. I had mixed feelings about it, but right now, I was more worried about Jiggy's well-being than anything else right now. What if he went somewhere dangerous and never came back? That unpleasant imagination passed through my head, and I felt a pain as if I'd been grabbed in the pit of my stomach. Don't get hurt.
We'll see.
If you get hurt, I'm gonna cry right in your ears.
That'd be noisy.
If you don't want that, then don't get hurt. Jiggy smiles lightly, and I can't relax as he seems to be flippant about his own life. I found myself almost unconsciously grabbing the hem of Jiggy's clothes.
I'm gonna be late for work.
Sorry.
I don't know what you're imagining, but today's work isn't what you think it is.
Really?
Oh, it's just an investigation. I've been in violation of orders, so I won't be getting any important assignments for a while.
I see. I'm convinced, but I can't let go. If I let go of this hand, the only place I feel at ease right now will disappear. That's not true. Dang. Man, we're moving quickly through this. Probably the top one, I'm assuming. Yep. I guess I'm afraid of losing Jiggy. I thought he was such a jerk when I first met him, but before I knew it, I seemed to think of Jiggy as a dear friend. actually do like it when you mess up my hair.
You are a sucker.
I don't even hate your foul mouth anymore.
Freak.
Yeah. I think I have become a freak. Because I care about Jigi so much and I want him to live. I finally realized this, having come to the point where I was shivering a little bit.
I'll give you a word of advice.
Finally, Jigi turns around and looks straight down at me. I gulped and stared back, still unable to remove my hand from Jigi's clothes.
Don't think of us as human beings.
What do you mean?
We're Lord Null's pawns. We've been trained to die whenever necessary. It's a waste of time to worry about us like that.
Tears came to my eyes at the unexpectedly ephemeral answer? Can't remember what that word is supposed to be. I strained my other fist, trying not to cry easily. It's not a waste of time!
It is. So you don't have to cry when one of us dies.
You told me to cry before.
Yeah, I know. I just didn't get it then.
Get what?
Now, what is it?
Avoiding at an odd place, Jigi lightly shrugged. Frustrated, I closed the distance even further and looked up at Jigi. I'll cry, because you're my precious friend now. As I'm saying this, tears are welling up and threatening to spill over. Jigi's eyes widened in surprise at first, then his brows gradually furrowed.
I don't want to be your friend.
Yeah, I know.
No, you don't understand. You're an idiot.
Stop calling me an idiot, idiot. I don't want to lose anyone I care about anymore. The tears that had been building up fell in a single drop when I set it back. Once they flowed, they gained momentum and large drops spilled out. You idiot! Jigi, you're the idiot! Such an idiot! Ever since Jigi saw me sobbing, I've cried quite a lot in front of him. I feel ashamed to be spoiled while sobbing, but I can't control my emotions. And you've been through so many hardships, so you have to be happy from now on.
You're crying because you want me to be happy?
It's natural to want your friends to be happy.
I told you we're not friends.
I think of us as friends. With a snap, his ice-colored eyes narrowed, as if switching over from something else. Seeing that expression for the first time made my skin tingle for some reason. She starts blushing, like, oh. Something about Jigi seems different. I've never seen him like this. I feel that what is contained in his gaze is different from usual, and my neck is slowly sweating. Every time I breathe, I feel as if something from Jigi's body is attacking my lungs, and I feel a slight dizziness. Yeah, so... Why am I sweating so much? My face is hot like it's on fire, and my heart is racing. I wanted to run away with a sense of frustration that I didn't understand, and I shouted a parting shot. So, be careful! Take care.
Yeah, I'm going.
Jigi's voice was strangely close, and I blinked slowly in surprise. At that moment, I couldn't believe the soft touch that touched my eyes. What? I hold my cheek and take a step back. In contrast to my confusion, Jigi was smiling wickedly. He wipes away my tears, licked my wet lips, excuse me, and says without a hint of evil, hold on, we're just gonna brush over, licked my wet lips, we're just gonna, alright.
I wondered if pigs' tears were salty too.
Of course they'd be salty!
Yours looked kind of sweet.
No way they would be sweet. I'm a human being, just like you.
Human, huh?
Yes, you're not a pawn. You're a human, and my friend.
You're persistent. I told you we're not friends.
Jiggy snickered and turned around. I shouted one last time, "Take care!" and Jiggy responded with an aimless wave of his hand as he turned away. Yeah, he's not rejecting your friendship for the sake of friendship. He's just like, I've kind of moved beyond that at this point. Take care. I hold my hands in front of my chest and turn my body towards the moon. I prayed that the moon spirit and those who watched over their descendants from there would protect Jiggy. I wonder if Jiggy came home safely yesterday. He said it was just an investigation, so I'm sure he won't be in so much danger. I'd been thinking about this, worried about how Jiggy looked when we parted ways. With a bad feeling, I turned back with a sense of caution. No one is watching, right? But I felt a strange gaze on my face and I got a chill. I must be imagining things? I looked around, but there was no one. Am I hallucinating due to fatigue? Even after taking a few steps, I still felt that there was a strange gaze stuck on my back and I felt uncomfortable. The next thing I knew, I was running to shake off the illusion. Okay. So, looks like we're gonna get the assassin thing again. Will Esta still come and save us, or will it be Jiggy this time? Not yet. If I let this get me down, I can't show my face to Esta. I lifted my chin just as my spirits were getting broken. Okay, this isn't new yet. I puffed out my chest in firm resolution and declared with a smile. Then I'll be here today as well. Shall I bring you a chair? No, I'm fine. Thank you for your consideration. Okay, no attack yet. Whoa, 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 what did I just... Hold on. What did I just see? Okay, let's resume from here. We're running to the castle as fast as we could. Oh, okay. We're getting from his perspective. Interesting.
Oh, I told you to not go today. Why are you going anyway? I mutter to myself as I fly between the trees. I said it in an exasperated tone, but I quite like that sow's, Naala's, strength, her unbreakable conviction. Having goals is important. In this world, those who give up die first. As someone who knows this painfully well from old experiences, the sparkle in Naala's eyes is kinda like a miracle. Watching that strong sparkle, I didn't think that the shadow of death would fall over Naala. I'd be irritated if she was killed by those assholes with rotten eyes. Armed men are gathering in this forest now. All of them are mercenaries gathered to kill a certain woman. This woman, with a single-mindedness that was too honest for her own good, went day after day to try to persuade Minister Orda, and as a result, she was noticed by those who didn't take a liking to it. Why do I know all of this? It really pisses me off that people will work for that little money. In fact, that group had asked me before if I would betray them. I don't know where they got their info from, but it seems that they knew I didn't really like Naala from the beginning. Of course, I turned them down immediately. I turned them down, but I didn't speak up about the assassination plot. At first, I really did want her to die. It's as she said. I'm the idiot. Naala said that my eyes were like jewels, but it's her eyes that seem to shine brighter than that. I don't know anything else that can shine so purely and beautifully. Had I realized it a little later, I would have lost something precious. Really, it's so dumb. It's so stupid. I never would have thought that the first thing I ever wanted in my life would be my boss's wife.
gosh, that is so messed up. Feels bad. Feels bad.
With a self-mocking smile, I jump down into the valley. Using the branches of the trees, I land on the ground, killing my impact several times.
Yo!
The aristocrat who greeted me is the ringleader of this plan. On the other side of the sky, a group of muscular men is drinking. Sorry I'm late. At first, the man seemed cautious, but as soon as he realized I'd come alone, his complexion changed and he spread his arms out wide.
How interesting. So were you working with these guys and Noel and Esta's roots and I just wasn't aware of it? Oh, you finally decided.
Oh, I've decided. I give off a content smile as I slowly approach the men who are welcoming me. Then, feeling as radiant as I did when my collar was removed, I put my hand on the blade. You're a pain in my ass, so I'm gonna have you all bleed out here.
Dang.